How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Solana update. And if you've been following my updates, I was suggesting this area between 110 and 130 had to be the bottom. Why? Because if it's not, and we lower high and roll over and lose this base of 110, we can see that a potential macro double top forms. And we already have that smaller one, which brought us down there. Now, this is the path that I drew in my last Solana video at the end of the last week. We can see that it must reclaim this $200 area, $190, $200, where all the EMAs have been bearish crossing and being used as resistance currently. So now that we see these bearish crosses, these are signals for lower. So a move back up into that area is technically just meant to be resistance. Now as resistance, we've also got this trend line over here we can use. And that is also a sloping one. Let me just adjust it so we're getting these nice taps. So we can use horizontal levels or trend lines, but trend line areas. So here we can see that it was the neckline of the bearish pattern on the loss of the 200 EMA and this support. We can see we got this extreme move down or capitulation event back down into the macro lows of the multi-month correction we found ourselves in last year. And we're not out of the woods yet with this bounce. Even though I called for the bounce from here, I was warning that this is the resistance. This is where it should get rejected. So personally, for me and all Solana holders out there, Solana must now hold 157 as we see today. It's currently there. It must now bounce and continue higher for today's daily candle close in 6.5 hours. That would be a great first step, right? But it's still not reclaiming all the key levels. It would just at least mean this is going to be used as a pivot point to attempt the break the following day. So as it's just the very beginning of the week, we've got the rest of the week to attempt to break this key level. If by Friday we see a rejection from here and a failure to recover this, it's what I've been warning of, and we will get another move back down to the range lows, which I'll say 125 cannot be lost. So ultimately, if we now see over this weekend a move that closes any daily candles above the moving averages and 190, I'll at least be able to tell you guys we've got a signal to move up into the next level of resistance, 212 to 218. For me, the ultimate resistance is up here at 245 to 266. And I've shown some examples in the past, which I will do right now. But in the past, we've seen many times Bitcoin has found a local bottom and pumped into the 886 fib, meaning that it's recovered nearly all of that dump. It's retraced 88.6% of that move down. It's retraced that back up and still went to new lower lows. Once again, adjust it to the new lower low. Where did it move up into? The 886. Where did it go from there? It didn't high low. It went to new lower lows. And I just keep seeing this repeated pattern in this specific Bitcoin correction. Another move down completed, followed by a failed move. It did not sustain because even though it went back on itself 88% of this move down, that was not good enough. It needs to break through the 100 point, or at the very minimum, the 886. Otherwise, we maintain that bearish trend and get a new lower low once again. So this is going to continue to be the risk, and I'm going to warn off in every single video, but just have it in the back of your mind. Like from down over here, I've been saying we can move up into there and head lower. But you can play the bounce in the short term. I'm just making you aware this is how it can still play out. Don't get ahead of yourselves. If you are buying, it might just be short term into a level of resistance, and we see a move back down, like today, down already 11% after that move up. Now the move up has sustained in the fact that today's move back down hasn't engulfed yesterday's move. So right here, the pivot point, 156, 157. We need to see price move up from here into 190. This is resistance though. So if I'm not seeing Solana getting back above this level for the weekly candle close for the end of this week, then it looks like we are going to see rollover back down once again. I will be here to update it as it develops, but once again, the next move has to be up into the resistance box, and we don't want to see a rejection. We need to see it push through and hold it as support. That's it from me today. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Keep that in the back of your mind. That doesn't mean don't invest or anything. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just trying to make you well aware and be cautious, and keep that in the back of your mind while we are moving back up, because this could be trapping you into buying higher and higher and higher for it to collapse back down once again. If it breaks through this area, then I'll be the most bullish out of all of you, because at that point, all the bearish scenarios are invalid and we can see a move up all the way to $500. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you want to get educated to identify these things on your own. Use the links in the description of this update. Cheers.